Play the Commanders. Week 17. Let me check to see if my people can play in the last. Couldn't couldn't hear me very well. I put the mic a little bit closer. Get into the franchise mode here. Really want to finish this franchise mode. Because the rosters are all fucked up, we're gonna go in and do a little tweaking on the rosters. Because putting a little too much on Christian. But I think we ought to include Juice. Like, Juice has got to be in here way more. Like, he's getting like 44 million or something. I don't even know. But also, this situation. Why is Hyder always in there? Armstead should be. And they always put Davison before Kinlaw. I don't think Oliver should be there. I think it should be the other way around. Put Oliver back at nickel. Right. Third down back. That's where we're. Should always be Christian at this point. We're in the stretch run. Now this is where McCaffrey should be. And then the punt returner, right? And then the right end. Let's see. Osa, Jackson, come on. Should be Drake Jackson. Dude's got, what, 4 sacks on the year? Come on. It's got to be Drake Jackson. USC. USC is actually my favorite college. I don't really have a stake in college, though. I really don't. Like, I don't care. Alright, so Kinlaw's in there. So fucking A. Let's go. Slot corner. Come on. It's Lenore. It should be Oliver. Should be Lenore, actually. Well, let's change it up this time. Let's just see if these substitutions will help. Because the Commanders are another one of those gimme games where you're like, we should be able to beat them, but And then we have one more game against the fucking Lambs. So this is the New Year. I think this is a New Year's game. On the road. So we're going to spend 2 games in the DC area. Alright, so I hope that... Let's create a save point regardless. Let's just save right there. Just in case something happens. These lineups might work a little more tricky than others I've played with. Alright. '81. See, I'm telling you, the Commanders are not that bad. They could take the East. The East is still up for grabs. I don't know why everybody thinks that it's set and done. The NFC West could be up for grabs. All right.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jacoby Brissett and the Washington Commanders taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here. Two teams trying to finish strong before they turn the calendar. And on the flight home, I'll be finalizing my resolution list as well.
The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Man, they got some deadly wide receivers. It shouldn't matter who plays quarterback for the Commanders.
You look at this Niner defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I hate their uniforms.
This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, I thought I changed that. Fuck. Wait, still tired of late.
44-yard punt, 5 on the return. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah.
I don't want Christian in there because, you know, he's been slog.
You know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio.
Into the playoffs,
but
maybe,
first and
you know.
foremost, they did win the game.
Parody going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back.
Hello, Karma.
Return for a Commander's touchdown. So Charles,
hello,
first
fucking
points
Karma.
of the game provided defensively.
That
what play
sucks.
that was.
And I can only imagine that the
That
folks at home
sucks.
watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Yeah, that sucks. Fuck.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Ray McLeod to return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 14 carries, 77 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Parody now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Brissett. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Play action now. Brissett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 16 carries, 73 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's McLeod on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. The Niners set to take over on offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. This time they'll throw it. Here's Parody. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Parody looking to throw on 1st down here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Back
back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Parody. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Back to throw, Parody. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Parody. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They had not done much of anything in this first half, but here they put all the pieces together, and they get the score right before the half.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Any questions of how they'd...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brissett now. And that one too wide and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. McLeod to return it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. First down, it's Parody. Under pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Damian Harris, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes. What's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They get Pro Bowl tackle Trent Williams for the infraction there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Parody. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Back to throw. Parody. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Parody. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Good, clean play. No flags come. Of the officials turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Brissett. Complete. This is Lewis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Samuel in motion. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
When teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Brissett's throw taken in by Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
That is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Parody to throw it on 1st down. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. He got 29 yards that time.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play action, now Parody. And he will find his man Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Parody. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Parody. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from the... Defenders hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brissett, throw complete there to Thomas. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Brissett. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Brissett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Fights loose, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Purdy looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's first and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. To throw is Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, Tick, tick.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Robinson with another carry.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson up the middle.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good.
And the Commanders are going to win this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory. And now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Commanders, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.